just wanted to, truthfully, a few of us just wanted to say some words, just to express who Chris was and how much we miss him and how much we love him and all that good stuff. So I'm David, Chris's brother, and truthfully, the first thing I wanted to say today was thank you for coming out. We really appreciate that. The first thing I really want to say was when we talked to like my sister and the cat today, we're talking about family and like what a family is. And to be honest, everyone that's in here is family. His family to Chris and his family to us. So thank you for that. Like that actually means a lot. And family, like so, my sister and I, we lost our father a couple of years ago. We lost our mother 25 years ago now. But as you start to think about family, you start to think about who loves you unconditionally, who accepts you for who you are, who's there for you when you need them. And so, just wanted to say thank you for that. That's something that I know Chris valued and you too. So, we got a couple of notes here. Modern technology. So one thing I wanted to talk about as well was, so I'm not even sure if everyone knows this, but he passed away from liver cancer. So he didn't know that. That's what took him. But throughout life, we actually always talked about stuff really candidly, which was really refreshing. Cool. Sorry, you didn't know this, but he was our stepbrother. So when my father passed away, when my mother passed away, my father married Chris's mom, and so we were a fusion family. But I never said like this is my stepbrother. I said this is my brother Chris. That's just who we were. It just doesn't matter. Step, whatever. I like you. You like me. You're there for me. I'm there for you. So we talk about things very candidly throughout our life, and that made it kind of refreshing at the end because it was very candid conversations when we kind of knew where things were headed. And it was interesting. So I actually was able to talk to him about a couple of things that I want to share with everybody here. So first of all, I asked him, I said, hey Chris, if things go the way that it appears they may go, like how do you want us to celebrate your life? What do you want us to do? Do you have anything you want to tell us? And he just looked at me and goes, just wing it. and he did his laugh that you guys probably all know, like just like that chortle, just that belly laugh. And I lost it, man. I was like crying, sobbing, but I'm like, that's awesome, man. Like exactly, that's you, man. So the other thing is, I said, I asked him. So I have two kids. I have a little girl, Lulu, and a little son, Leo, and my sister has a little son, Gabe. And I said, not just specifically for them, but just said, hey, any wisdom you want to impart to Lulu, Leo, Gabe, Madison, Jordan, his nieces as well. And he said, do what you do in life for love. Do it for love. And I was like, of course, you're the Jedi Master, man. It was just Chris in a nutshell. Because when you think about Chris, I'm just so envious in terms of like the skills he had. He was great at music. He was great at cooking. He was great at everything he did. And at times I think it was probably frustrating for him because he was doing everything. So that sometimes means you have to give sacrifices on certain projects or whatever. But just he just really loved life. He just loved every piece of it. We'd walk to the L and he'd appreciate, wow, did you notice that Roman arch on the building? And you're like, no, I never have. Everyone here probably has a story like that. Where he definitely wasn't a fast person, but that was because he was taking in life at the appropriate pace and just appreciating everything. The other thing he said, I said, well, anything else? And he said, life goes fast. Life goes fast. Remember to enjoy it. And so, I try to remember that every day. But like, he definitely was a person that would smell the roses and just enjoy everything about it. Acceptance is something I want to talk about here today. So he was definitely in the conversations we had. He was transformed, obviously by what happened, but it was really interesting to see because he turned from this person at first that had a lot of anxiety, and he actually, when we talked on the phone, we mentioned this, and I was like, Chris, that's normal. This is a huge thing you're going through. You should be feeling some of that. And then at the very, very end, when we were with him, he was very much at peace, and he said, I said, do you have any regrets? Is there anything that, how are you feeling? He said, there's things that maybe I would do a little differently, but I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets about my life. I was like, that's how you want to feel, man. That's how you want to feel. If it's almost over. So another thing I wanted to mention was acceptance in others. So I can't think of a person that was just more of a gentle soul toward others. At times, I'd say, Chris, why are you letting somebody perhaps do something that I'm projecting, but just like, you're letting them push you around a little bit. And he's like, no, this is, I accept them for who they are, and so I love them, and by loving somebody, you accept them for who they are. I was like, that's exactly. I wish I could do that more often. So he's just really given me a picture of how to handle kind of the shit that life throws at you. It's probably just the best way to put it. Because life threw shit at all of us, but threw some shit at him, and he handled it with grace through the end. Last thing I just want to say here was, so Chris stayed with us for a couple weeks in California earlier this year, and I flew out yesterday morning, and when I was leaving for the airport, I was like, going to the room and whatnot, and where he stayed, just kind of it's the office / guest room, and I saw this guest book, and I was like, there's an entry from Chris. Like, of course there's an entry from Chris. Guest book. I think there's like 5 entries, and probably 3 of them now are Chris over here. So this was from. I'll just do it. This is gonna put an entry in the guest book. But I just wanted to read this to you because it was crazy when I read it. I was like, I can't even know this plane. He said, this was dated January 6th, so he passed away late February, so 6 or 7 weeks before he passed away. How much joy has been brought into our lives over the last 2 years? How much sadness and grief has also made its presence known? This is a different world than 2 years ago. But that's life, isn't it? The constant that brings meaning to it all is the ever-growing love that we share. At least that is what sustains me. The shared meals, the walk in the botanic gardens, the conversations, the times with both Lulu and Leo, the side trips, all the large and especially the small moments make me eternally grateful that we are family. I love you all so very much.